What's up? Got a Twosun. Yeah. And I don't know if you can hear the pep in my step, but I'm a little excited for this Twosun right here. Let's see why. Yeah, buddy. It's that one. Yeah. Come on. Look at this thing. You just never know with a deal like this, right? Like, what's this thing going to be about? Look at this, man. Backspacer. It's got the traditional carp here on this side. And then this side. Yeah, I think it's just part of the same theme. There's smaller carp in here. Wow. And then other than that, it's a standard TS223 M390 Jelly Jerry design. But man, look at these scales. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Well, we're gonna check it in, man. Let's get to it. TS223. What a fancy. This is like the fancy beer, right? You go to the club and get the fancy beer. Some of you'll know where that's from. It's pretty obscure, though. Wow. The color's just electric on this, man. The purples, the yellows, the golds. Look at the intricate work here. Yeah, these haven't been cheap either. As far as the knife, I've reviewed this 223 before. It's a great knife. It's got good ergonomics, got excellent confident grip. That the flipper tab creates a nice finger guard. The scales get fatter as you go back, so as you squeeze, it tends to push you forward into the finger guard here. So it creates a really nice grip. Pocket clip disappears basically. It's got a good reverse grip that you can cap here. And then it's got the bonus tick because this is a wonderful grip right here. I don't know that this will ever see a pocket, but I mean, all that stuff's worth referencing. Well, let's get it open. I mean, it had a mountain of oil on it. So, nothing else, man. We're going to clean the oil out of it and get it all wiped down and clean. And the action seemed to run pretty solid on it. Does that gotta come? I think it does. Yeah, it goes through to that side right there. Okay. Yeah, lots of oil. There we go. Let's get these little racetrack washers out of here. Okay. Got some tail work. Beautiful satin finish on this M390. Tool steel. You can, in the reflection here, you can see the spectrum of colors in it. I dig it. Internal stop pin. Lots of skeletonizing on the scales. Try to keep the weight down. Let's do the small parts together. They milled the lock on the inside of the scale, which they all should be that way, right? Where you're not snagging on it in your pocket. Yeah, pretty special piece here, and not easy to come by. You know, Timber's Edge now is a wholesaler, a dealer for Twosun, and so we're able to pick some of these up quick, but there wasn't a lot of them available, and it probably has something to do with how they're selling, because they are bringing the cheese, man. Yep, pretty desirable right now. You know, which kind of begs the question of, is this one going to go over there? or am I going to hold on to it? I don't know. I can tell you my guts want to keep it. You know, the Twosun collector in me wants to keep it faux show. Yeah, there's no part of my being that wants to let this thing go. But, you know, that is the discipline, right? As a hoarder, right? The discipline becomes being able to let it go. There we go. Yeah, that's right. That's the struggle. I suppose it's like anything, man. You know, alcohol, drugs, gambling, porn, you know, whatever. Any of those things that can drag you down and get you off a center, control your decision making, right? Yeah, so I mean, the discipline for me is going to be to let it go. I have had a few conversations with people about my Twosun collection, and I've had to kind of put it in perspective that, you know, I didn't spend all these years collecting it to then bargain basement, you know, sell them out. So that's not part of the process. And so I've had to kind of put it out there. If you're looking for a bargain on these Twosuns, I'm not going to be the source for that, because although I can let them go, um, I'm not gonna close out sell them, you know, because I could just as well keep it. Know what I mean? Yeah. Which, I've gotten some feedback on that. It's like, well, bro, it's like you're making money off of it. Well, yeah. Yep. Yeah, some of these models, man, I mean, the going price is way more than I think they originally cost. But, when you're collecting things that become rare and hard to find, I mean, the market drives the price. Just is what it is, man. And I mean, it's just a silly argument, anyways, because, like this particular piece, if I sold it to somebody for $50 and then whoever I sold it to decided that they needed money, would they sell it for 50 or would they sell it for the going market rate? Let's say that it's 250. See what I'm saying? It's just kind of a silly conversation to be had. I mean, people are going to sell what their stuff for what they want to sell it for, and I find that argument, that conversation, kind of silly. Like, for all the knives that I buy, I don't look at what somebody's asking for a knife and go, "Oh, they're out of line." I mean, they get to ask whatever they want for it. Can they get it? That's the thing. Man, look at this thing now that's cleaned up. TS223 M390, beautiful satin finish, tall flat grind, and then of course this is the version with the engraved and anodized scales. It's just beautiful. The action on this is just hydraulic and smooth. There's no way I can fail that. The lock is very intuitive to disengage. I can tell you, looking at this and what I saw when I took it apart, I could take quite a bit off of this and lighten this action up. But I think I'm just going to leave it right where it's at. It's got a nice ting when it closes, very snappy when it opens. Yeah. Wonderful ergonomics, not so confident, confident, very confident. This thing just goes whoop, whoop, right up to the top. And it's because of that flipper tab finger guard, you know. Yeah, very cool. I already know the pocket clip could use a little tension on this, but I don't think I'm going to be adjusting it. I think I'll just leave it be. This is most definitely a Case Warrior Queen piece anyways. This thing ain't going nowhere. Yeah, it's got good tension on the thick stuff. Standard jean size material. It would probably need a little tension if somebody was going to put this in their pocket. Which, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you could definitely carry the knife. I don't think there's any reason you couldn't carry it. It's just kind of straight up a collector's piece, right? Alright. What about blade contact? I think it's got it. No, I'm no blade contact there, and the tip is well recessed. So yeah, this thing passes. I mean, the clip's good, tip's good, can handle it any way I want. I'm not going to catch the sharp part. And then that factory M390. Base to tip. Razor blade stuff, man. Yeah, come on. Look at this thing. TS 223 M390 Jelly Jerry design, heavily engraved and milled, and then anodized. Yeah, pretty cool. Price of these, I mean, they're going I'm seeing them right in that $250 to $300 range is what these been going for. Yep. Now this one, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna venture to say that it's gonna land over there at Timber's Edge. Um, I am trying not to hoard these knives. I do have my favorites, man. As I'm moving some Twosuns down the road, I have some that I'm just kind of earmarking them and putting to the side. You know, kind of that earlier conversation. One of the things I'm doing as well is that the ones I really like, I mean, I'm pricing them at a price where that's what you'd have to pay to get it from my cold dead hands type thing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's for sale for the right amount of money. And anything less, it's like, nah, I'm not ready to let it go. Yeah. I mean, I say all that, but, you know, an honest offer on a piece, I'm probably going to let it go. You know, the truth is, I'm having a lot of fun here on this bench, going through knives and doing my channel and doing my thing. And I think that's where I'm leaning. I picked up this Finch recently. This is one that I hadn't seen. This is a holiday, and it's got some scratches on it. So I'm going to do a hand finish on this and kind of restore it and bring it back. And so the reason I showed that is because, man, I'm having fun doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, 100%. Versus just collecting and throwing them in a case. You know what I mean? Which that's got its place too, right? Um, yeah. Anyways, Twosun TS223 M390. Yeah, pretty cool. One last uptight look. Very cool. Surely that's all lasered in there, right? I mean, I don't know that process. There's enough people hanging around doing, you know, this knife thing that know all about this engraving and then the anodizing and, you know, how all that's accomplished. The pocket clip's pretty smooth. I think it's got the milling, but it doesn't feel engraved, whereas all this feels engraved. You know, like all the fish scales there, those are engraved in there. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, y'all. Appreciate you watching.